Kirito and Eugeo versus the Goblin Attack Force. So what's up guys, Foxen here. And good job right there, Kirito. What, it took you like 24 hours to screw everything up. Here's a good idea. How about tripping the blonde dude and going for the tied up girl? Of course, I'm only joking. Maybe. Might be a better idea to play Monster Reborn on that white dragon skeleton over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. It's showtime. At the start of this episode, I freaking called it. Lazy ass Kirito wouldn't ever get up on time. Although can you blame him? 5:30 a.m. That's super early. Although that's sounding like my current schedule right now in Japan. Right here, I did appreciate the callback to Sugu from Kirito's point of view. Did Kirito see a parallel between Sugu and Selka? Or is Kirito perhaps feeling a little homesick? Like I said, it's been only a day so far. Either way, next time I got a feeling that the Selka alarm won't be so nice to Kirito. Gotta learn some Sacred Arts alarm ritual. As for this whole day, you still got Kirito tagging along with best buddy Eugeo. Better get used to seeing this daily sweaty blonde dude chopping away with the axe for years. That Giga Street isn't going anywhere. For this episode, I was enjoying the little colorful animals you got to see throughout the episode. Especially that adorable rabbit. Or is it a rabbit? Just knowing Kirito, he could be thinking like it's one of those SAO rabbits. Especially after only having rock hard bread to munch on. Not only were those SAO rabbits super delicious, they gave you a ton of experience points. Too bad for Kirito that Chef Asuna isn't anywhere around. Better start getting friendly with Selka. Anyway, as for Eugeo's little chat about Alice. So Eugeo is still nostalgic for Alice's delicious lunch. I'm really sorry Eugeo, you really did lose a potential good wife for these times. Although let's think about it, you still might be able to get a taste of that lunch from Alice's mother or Selka. And yes, let's talk about Selka. Surprise! Selka is Alice's younger sister. So just like Alice, Selka has taken a position at the church to learn the sacred arts, which is really following in her sister's footsteps. Let's just hope that Selka doesn't completely mimic Alice. Anyway, switching it up to Eugeo talking about the sacred arts. So what's this? Unfortunately, you can't play Monster Reborn in this world. However, life-extending arts do exist, or would that be life pausing? I don't know if that's more surprising, or the fact that young Alice was easily able to find this in the church's ancient spellbook. Something that's not surprising is that the only ones able to use this high level of sacred arts are those that belong to the Axiom church. So Kirito, forget about trying to become a Shinigami, try to become a wizard from this school. Anyway, as for Eugeo's surprise treasure, Eugeo's sneaky little ass had the blue rose sword all along. This was that sword from all those years back. With this, Eugeo brought up that town's tale about the legendary hero yet again. Wonder what happened to that guy. Perhaps more interesting is Eugeo's recollection about Alice in the ice cave. Still no mention about young Kirito being there. It's almost as if he got mind wiped. Is there a founding titan somewhere around here manipulating memories? Although I should point out, there's high level arts for more life. I think that mind wiping someone should be around the same level for the sacred arts. In other words, could it be the church doing this? And about the blue rose sword itself. I know some of you have brought up how it looks like Kirito's Dark Repulsor. You know, Kirito's busted sword from SAO. And I gotta be honest, I do see some similarities to it, but it's really not a close match at all. By the way, did you notice the blue rose sword almost looking transparent in some shots too? This blue rose sword is however heavy, just like Kirito's swords in SAO. Perhaps too heavy though. Poor Eugeo took, what, 3 months to carry this out? I gotta admit, that is some extreme dedication. Either way, I think the most important part is that this blue rose sword seems to be classified as a divine object, at least according to Eugeo. So a divine sword, that's actually sounding more like Kirito's Excalibur from Alphen Online. At least Kirito does have some experience wielding something like that. And yes, as for freaking Kirito trying to use this sword as an axe substitute, complete failure right there. But did you notice? There was a shining bright light from just swinging the blue rose sword. Hey Kirito, you should try doing a sword skill with it. Actually, now it has me thinking about how dragons are weak to ice, and there was a dead dragon in that cave. Coincidence? I think not. Next up, let's talk about Kirito checking out his own stats. So you know about the life or durability parameter. This time you're hearing about this object control authority. This is super important. Kirito's own authority is currently only 38. The blue rose sword, this divine object, has 45. So Kirito, time to go do some power leveling. Go ahead and chop down that tree and maybe you can use a sword. Next up, Selka and Kirito's little nighttime chat. Gotta find out more about this mysterious Alice. I did find it weird how Selka brought up the fact that Eugeo didn't appear happy anymore. Although of course you know this isn't the case. Eugeo was smiling a ton with Kirito. By the way, I just found it freaking adorable how Selka clearly has a crush on the older Eugeo. Unfortunately, the truth came out here. Poor Selka sees herself as this replacement for Alice. So even without Alice, Selka is constantly living in her shadow, or at least putting herself in that mindset. As for the runaway Selka, of course this little girl was going to turn into this little troublemaker. She was kind of sneaky about that too. Hey Kirito, you better get up by yourself tomorrow. Nope, I'm definitely not going to be your personal alarm. Hehe. Gotta get more time to get to that crystal cave. Although given that Selka has never been to that ice cave, it should have taken her a lot longer to get there too. Thinking back to it, young Kirito and friends took 4 hours, and that was them knowing the way, more or less. But let me go ahead and be fair to Selka. Kirito's the one that totally screwed up here. The adults very likely didn't tell Selka the details, so she wouldn't follow in Alice's footsteps. And yes, that kinda does sound counterproductive. In other words, don't tell Selka the exact details, otherwise Selka might step into the dark territory just like Alice. Except for Selka, it wouldn't be out of curiosity, it'd be potentially to visit her long lost sister Alice. Next up, Kirito and Eugeo at the Crystal Cave. Let's talk about Eugeo's DIY flashlight here. So it looked like Eugeo learned the sacred arts that Alice used years back. Come on Kirito, try to do system call log out, system call GM axis, or that fun one, system call Summon Excalibur. Too bad for Kirito that Eugeo could only use a simple sacred arts. Anyway, about those goblins in the ice cave. Freaking dumbass Eugeo yelling out. Good job right there, buddy. And I gotta say, those goblins sure look freaking horrifying. Pretty detailed too. And I keep on hearing about some other orc or goblin series airing right now. Goblin Slasher or something like that? Definitely haven't seen it, so tell me how these compare if you have. Unfortunately for Eugeo, someone summoned the Goblin attack force. They even got the Papa Goblin. These dark monsters got claws, weapons, they look pretty buff, and they even have armor plating. Meanwhile, on the other side, Eugeo and Kirito are just a couple of meatbags right now. Poor Eugeo is even crapping his pants. So Kirito, looks like you're screwed if you can't dual wield. Although, what am I talking about? You don't even have a freaking weapon. Should have really brought that dragon axe. So overall, a very nice cliffhanger for the 3rd episode. And yes, 3 episodes in so far for SAO Season 3. I was actually thinking they would speed up the Alicization arc some more, just so they could get to some events sooner. Notably this Goblin Assault. And there are some events and action scenes I definitely can't wait to see animated. Although I do have to say, I am enjoying them taking their time. As for the first glimpse of bad animation, I told you I would call them out. And it's just those 3D birds at the very start. Let me know if you noticed too. Maybe it was just cause I almost paused instantly after the video started. These things look like something out of the Nintendo 64. I'm hoping they iron this out for the Blu-ray release. Anyway, that being said, there was some standout animation. My favorite has to be the Blue Rose Sword. I actually thought this thing would be blue all around, but some shots do give you this transparent texture. Of course, this takes way more effort on the animator's part. Too bad for them that I'm gonna keep on noticing the texture for the Blue Rose Sword from now on. And here's a second very nice animation touch. Almost a bit of Kirito fan service for the ladies. You got Kirito from down below with his own reflection back. This was definitely a nice extra effort where it wasn't needed. Next up, as for more SAO Season 3 promotion going on here in Japan. First off is the food chain Nakao. They're having this beef and pork bowl promotion. It actually just ended this week. Naturally, you have Eugeo, Kirito, and Alice suited up in the shop's uniforms. Notably, this SAO collaboration was for SAO Alicization and the SAO GGO spinoff, so they're still hyping that up. I wouldn't be surprised if the GGO spinoff got a Season 2 one day. Anyway, for the actual promotions, there were 2 parts to it. Each of them gave you this special SAO card. The first part included the trio plus Rem and Fuka. Part 2 then switched over to Sinon, Lifa, Asuna, and even Yuki, all elf style. There was even a special promotion on Asuna Kirito's birthday. On those days, you got the special birthday card. And there was even a bunny girl Asuna. Personally, I really don't care for the cards. I am perfectly fine with the digital images of these. As for a different promotion, they also announced this promotion with the soccer event coming up. You got Eugeo, Kirito, and Alice in the sports attire. For better or for worse, Asuna is a cheerleader. Almost seems like a parallel to the Rose in SAO Season 3. Right now their website is promoting the uniform shirt with all 4 on them. They also got some towels, some plastic figure stands, keychains, and of course even clear files. Oh, I'm never gonna understand the Japanese love for these things. I'll go ahead and keep a lookout for more SAO Season 3 promos here in Japan. Anyway, as for upcoming SAO Season 3 videos, I did bring up the idea about doing the SAO Alicization opening breakdown. That is coming up this week. Naturally, it is going to have spoilers. However, I am going to try to keep this stuff coming in these first 13 episodes. And talking about upcoming videos, the changes video for SAO Season 3 Episode 2 is now live. Episode 1 changes came up a while ago. I'm finally getting caught up with my video schedule, so the changes video for this episode will come out sooner. But anyway, more importantly, let me hear from you now. Question of the day. Are you liking the pace for SAO Season 3 so far? Will Kirito and Eugeo survive the assault from the Goblin attack force? Place your bets now. $5 on the Goblins or the meat sacks. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, definitely smash that thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I put out 5+ anime videos here every week. The change video for SAO Alicization Episode 2 just went live today. Definitely find out what you missed out on. New video for Attack on Titan Season 3 coming up. So, hit bell notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.